This song, both the lyrics and the soundscape, most directly pay homage to Dr. Dre and the West Coast gangster rap of the 90s that I was raised on. But I want to focus mainly on the lyrics from the third verse, where I say, don't bow to the supremacy, it's a spiritual test. Only way to climb the ladder when every level is rigged. Sell your soul for the cheddar or listen to God's plan. Use a different definition of being a real man. Ambitious but never vicious. What good is your gold if your rich is saturated with the blood of the poor? Want a ball like your oppressor, gotta steal how they stole. Cutting corners, compromising all the truth that you know. Shark Tank, cutthroat, wicked road to the top. But that ain't the economics of the children of God. A lot of black men believe that poverty is the primary problem of the black community. Most of us live in the ghetto, most of us are poor, and if extreme poverty is the problem, then extreme wealth is the solution, right? This flawed logic has caused many black men to chase after ideas of success that actually keep our people oppressed. In referencing himself and his wife, Beyonce, Jay-Z poses the question, what's better than one billionaire? Two, right? The more extremely wealthy black folks, the better, right? Then we can lift ourselves out of poverty. However, there are already enough black millionaires and billionaires to change the dynamic of the black community if poverty alone was the primary issue and money the primary solution. But it's not. The issue is white supremacy. And the compromises that black people and black men often have to make to achieve incredible wealth, more often than not, cancels out any charity or investment they make back into the black community. There is no way to accumulate that type of wealth in the white community without oppressing people. The generational wealth that exists among white Americans is a direct result of enslaving and oppressing and stealing from people of color generation after generation, right? When you look at, like, I read an article a couple years ago about the city of Boston, and it was talking about, it was called The Color of Wealth in Boston, and it was looking at the wealth in black families in Boston versus white families. And the median net worth for black families in the city of Boston was $8. $8. And the median net worth for white families in the same city was $247,500. That has nothing to do with how lazy black people are, right? It has, that type of disparity doesn't exist without oppressing people. $8, $247,500, right? So to put it simply, I say when we're looking at the wealth that exists in the white community, to get what they got, you got to do what they did. And doing what white people did is not going to help anybody. And when you do it, it might not look exactly the way white folks did it, but it's the same wicked principles. It looks different in every industry, but since we're talking about hip hop, you know, let's take a rapper, for example. You become a millionaire or a billionaire, and now you're using that wealth to try to help black folks, but the content of your music encouraged millions of black youth to believe ideas or to celebrate things that were destructive to themselves and their relationships. You glorified gang activity, you bragged about gun violence, you told black men that black women were bitches and hoes, and to always put money over hoes. As Snoop Dogg says, we don't love them hoes. And now you're wealthy, and you're gonna pass out some sneakers, scholarship a few hundred black kids, and feel good about yourself. We need a different definition of success. We need different goals for ourselves and our community besides incredible wealth. One of my favorite poets, Saul Williams, says it like this: we need to get beyond the dog-eat-dog thinking that money is power. I think our values are twisted. When Jay-Z said, I couldn't help the poor if I was one of them, thank God Harriet Tubman didn't think that way. Thank God Sojourner Truth didn't think that way. Malcolm X didn't think that way. Martin Luther King didn't think that way. Assata Shakur didn't think that way. You need to be one with the people to be a revolutionary. You need to speak directly to the people and understand that you do not need money to win. You need a heart. You need a soul. You need to feel connected to the universe, is what Saul Williams said. And again, it's an understandable mistake. But it's wrong. If we fixate on incredible wealth, which again, hip hop didn't invent it, but it has encouraged this type of thinking. We're poor, we need money, we need wealth. What's better than one billionaire? Two. No, zero. because billionaires oppress people. So we have to think of a different way of moving ourselves forward besides just chasing money like white folks did.